Hey, Mad Geniuses, super juicy stuff to share with you today from the entire entrepreneur system. So we meet Wednesdays at 11 typically. Today we had a bonus mini workshop that was all about the ideal offer architecture, IOA, as Tony says. And this is an amazing tool to help get super, super clear on who you're speaking to, who you're serving. And the crux is basically identifying the 3 problems that your ideal client has, offering 3 solutions, offering 9 mechanisms to reach those solutions. And the key is one amazing offer, right? So really juicy, really thought-provoking. And of course, we've all thought about our customer avatars and we've thought about who our ideal clients are. And, we look at data and read that and figure out who our audience is. But drilling down like this, and I was really lucky. I got put on the hot seat today. So we got to dig in, and the 3 problems that the ideal 100 circles leaders and participants deal with. First, around impact, they are unsatisfied with the impact they're making and really feel like they're ready for what's next and to work with more ease and earn income with more ease. Number 2, they feel deeply moved to build a more resilient business and a more resilient local economy. So resiliency is something that they're thinking about, important to them. And for the Western North Carolina circle, which is the first circle that we're launching, there is a big discussion and need for thinking through the resiliency of your business. So that is something that tugs at my ideal customer. And lastly, they are frustrated by how women are still treated in this day and age in business. They get frustrated by the same stats that I do, which is women only receive 2% of venture capital funding. I have been flipping that and saying men receive 98% of venture capital funding. So even if you have no interest in, pitching VCs and you're beyond that in your career, it still is a point of contention, right? It's still something that holds women back, that makes it tougher for women entrepreneurs and women startups to succeed. So frustrated with things like that, the lack of female leadership, the lack of more feminine approaches to things, right? Like, this is not just about men and women. It's about the masculine and the feminine. So people that work with me have that kind of burning desire to help all women in their community who value, deep, intimate connections with other women entrepreneurs that are striving to make a bigger impact. So impact is the crux of it all. Somebody that is burning to make a bigger impact, that is looking at the lifetime of their business and thinking about their legacy and the legacy of their business. And yes, selling their business once they're ready to move on, or Maybe it's a business you're going to do the rest of your life, but there's still an end. So thinking about, are your kids going to inherit it? Do they even want it? Is it going to be an employee? So that longevity and that belief in the importance of small business and strong local ecosystems to combat some of this big business stuff that we all deal with and are getting really frustrated by. The mega rich, the mega billionaires, the kind of faceless giant corporations that maybe don't really give very much care to their customers, to their local economy. So, of course, growing your own business and growing your legacy, but also growing a stronger local economy. And how we do that is more small businesses staying open past just the founders, being passed on generation to generation, right? Never losing, building momentum and building brand awareness and building trust and reputation in the neighborhood. So instead of just Lowe's, Walmart, all these huge places that have brand recognition forever, small businesses have to play bigger and be in that arena. And that's the kind of go-getter, high-achieving women that 100 Circles was designed to connect and foster growth. And yeah, super exciting. The 3 words we sort of landed on that really kind of sum up the 3 problems for 100 Circle participants: impactful, resilient, advocate. So impact has to be out of the 5 I's: impact, integrity, income, interest, and intimacy. Impact must be the one that tugs at your heart the most in order to be part of the 100 Circles. That has to be the I that tugs at you the most. And of course, we want balance and we want all 5 I's rocking and rolling to make sure you're a whole entrepreneur, right? But for the 100 Circles program, which definitely you get the benefit and bonus of all this great content and learning and ahas and breakthroughs that happen every single week inside the entire entrepreneur system. We get to bring those to you and share those nuggets of wisdom and just powerful questions and thoughts and ideas right alongside and just pass that right on to you. And that's really exciting to me. So resiliency, I'm going to talk about a lot because unfortunately with Hurricane Helene, we saw that our economy is not as resilient as it could be and can be. We saw some businesses were not resilient enough to stay open. Of course, there's tons of circumstances, and that is not to say that someone didn't try hard enough. That's just to say, hey, maybe there is, as the entire entrepreneur system calls it, maybe there's money in the banana stand that you're missing. And being part of 100 Circles can help unlock that for you. So we use the example a lot inside of the entire entrepreneur system that one of the members started a cookbook club, and that came out of the community and what the community needed and wanted. And now it's this beautiful, steady, awesome, unexpected income that was kind of just sitting there, low-hanging fruit. So diversifying and looking at the gaps, looking at the holes, looking at the weaknesses, constantly tweaking, looking at the e-myth and the roles that you play in your business, right? The entrepreneur, the operator, and thinking through all the ways that your business could make money, all the ways that you can serve your community. And when I say your community, your brand's community specifically, but also your local community, any business can benefit by ingraining themselves into their local economy more, making connections, making meaningful connections. So that's part of the resiliency, connecting businesses to each other within a region and within a neighborhood. I just left a meeting with the West Asheville Business Association, and same kind of thing, right? Making that neighborhood, that business corridor as resilient as possible, strong, looking at weaknesses head on and addressing them. Okay, there's this empty building. Who can we attract to fill that space and enhance the neighborhood? So that is always thinking about resiliency, and kind of the word for me that goes right along with that is future proofing. Always future proofing, always thinking through the gaps and the opportunities, right? And then lastly, kind of torn between the word advocate and the word champion. So advocate is someone who maybe they've been in business for a little while. They've got a network and community, and they want to stand up for women in business. They want to stand up for inequality, and they are ready to, unleash more influence and amplify their impact and their leadership. So the word champion is also very appealing, because that's somebody that's out there championing for the local community and local economy and women specifically. So thinking through that and thinking through the visuals, of course, 100 circles lends itself to bullseyes and things like that. But I'm very inspired by the mountains here and how resilient the mountains are, and stalwart and strong and lasting, and all these, perseverance, all the things that the Blue Ridge Mountains symbolize here in Asheville. And, seeking women who are ready to really kind of step into their mountainhood, be a pillar of strength in their community, be a pillar of strength in their business, for their teams, being resolute in building a stronger economy, local economy, and yes, cultivating world abundance through strengthening their business, strengthening their local economy, and then that in turn leads to world abundance. So of course it's not overnight, but one by one woman at a time, one circle at a time, we can make an impact. We can move the needle. So that's what was unpacked today. And that's just a glimpse into, what we will dig into specifically for your business, and thinking of the 3 problems that your customers face, your ideal clients face. So that's what I'm chewing on today. And I love this, 6, 8 people on the Zoom, and everybody's chiming in and everybody's supportive and everybody's striving. And there's no competition, there's no jealousy, there's no cattiness. It's just powerful learning, brainstorming, and accountability, and just these amazing, amazing nuggets that come from Tony and come from the entire entrepreneur system. So that is something that really excites me to be able to share with women entrepreneurs, specifically starting in Western North Carolina for Circle One, and also as we roll out the nationwide 100 circles and seek women that want to lead their own circle. So I'm working on a visual to kind of show the 100 circles concept visually and show these 3 problems visually. So I will share those soon, but great day. I hope that this helps you a little bit in thinking about the impact you can make and the problems you can solve. So have a great day.